course, it's going to sit here and hang now. There we go. All right. All right. It is Wednesday, January 29th?
Yes.
29th. We are This Fan's View. I got Carl, John, myself, Mario, and you can probably turn that off. All right.
And our boy Kanye.
And that was our boy Kanye, and we had it on some authority that was Kobe's favorite song, so we decided to play that tonight.
Yes. May I ask who the authority was?
Him.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
He mentioned it during an interview. I don't know where the interview was. I think it might have been at Lower Merion or high school. And he mentioned that was his favorite song, so we decided to use that. So welcome to This Fan's View. We're here. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
So let's get started. I'm not going to start anything because I know you have the list. So I'm going to let you go through the list.
You all good now?
I'm good.
Ding ding.
And you're our ring.
I'm the ring girl.
Wow, we need another ring girl.
Here, hold this. Hold that.
Oh, Carl,
Uh-oh.
you'll be getting something at your house
Uh-oh.
on Friday.
Uh-oh.
I got something for you.
Do I want it?
Yeah, you do.
A large Snickers bar.
Yeah, it is. It's a large Snickers bar. It's one of the big one pounders.
Oh,
So before we can't even have a serious note around here.
I know.
Before we get started about what's happened over the past few days, I just need to go over some business and pay some bills. First and foremost, on February 8th, we're going to have a couple of former Penn State guys here at the store, Blair Thomas and Brad Scioli. So they'll both be here at the store signing autographs. That's on Saturday, 2/8. Then 4 days later, this is something that we're all waiting for, right?
Woo.
This guy right here, Bernard Marcel Parent, will be live.
Can't wait for that.
This Fan's View guest at PJ Willahan's in Newtown Square.
You guys got the dine off that night.
I hope so. It's tough carrying you guys. Nice look. Nice. So Bernie will be in the house. His beautiful
we're just gonna be
bride
sitting
Jeannie
next to him.
will be there. I just found out moments ago, literally, I didn't even get time to write it down, that
This is special.
This is
very
special. Bernie's daughter, Kim Parent, will be there with her business, Biscuit Tees. She's going to be bringing some product along to sell. Hopefully a lot of Oscar Lindblom T-shirts, which have done very well. Very, very well. And all the money's being donated back to the cancer research. So that's big.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome Biscuit Tees on the 12th as well, along with Bernard Marcel Parent, who happens to be one of my favorite flyers of all time.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Him and I go back 30 years. So big things on the 12th. So we're looking forward to that. Get there early. Are we confirmed in the big restaurant?
As far as I know.
Under
Yep.
the lights?
As far as I know.
All right, very good.
How could you not for this?
We're looking.
Right.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
But our guy Matt is handling the sponsorship that night. I believe it's Trogs. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
Is our beer sponsor.
Trogs is good beer.
So there'll be lots of samples.
Sure. I'm hoping.
So
well, we're not going to have anything to talk about because Bernie's going to be doing anything. So
that's what we're hoping for.
we can sit there and drink all night.
He's got great stories. Great stories. So Trogs will be on hand that night. We'll be doing our thing with our raffles and our Q&A and prizes. So come on out, have some fun with us. But then, what is that? 3 weeks later, we're at Dagwoods up in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Another one. I think the poster's over there in front of Mario with Mr. Invincible, Vince Papali. So another huge night.
That we're not going to have to say anything.
And our partners up in the Northeast, State Farm Insurance.
Yep. And
We'll,
Paul's actually watching.
There you go.
Okay, there you
So-
go. Shout out to State Farm up there on, what is it, Bustleton
Pike.
Pike in
Yep. What's
Philadelphia.
up, Paulie?
So they've jumped on board. They are now our official T-shirt sponsors. So you guys come out and participate, and hopefully our shipment of T-shirts will be in, and we'll be giving those away.
There you go.
So
Do I get one?
um,
I'll buy one.
if you're nice, maybe Lauren will hook you
Oh,
up.
forget. Oh, I'm nice to her.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. So that's it for, I guess, the next, what is that, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we got a lot going on. One that's not on the table but is official for February 22nd.
Yep.
WWE Hall of Famer Tito Santana will be right here at this table signing autographs.
That's pretty cool.
So that's February 22nd, right?
Saturday.
1 to 3. It's an autograph signing, but he also will have his new book that just came out. So we're looking forward to that as well. But on a more serious note, we lost we lost a member of the Philadelphia family community. Big part of Philly sports.
I'm still in shock over
And
this.
we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break down some things that we've all been discussing and has been out there. But we you didn't tell me to shut my phone off. I shut the other phone off.
Yeah.
When you do one, do the other. Yeah, it's your fault, John.
We lost Kobe and his daughter Gianna on Sunday. I know I first got the news in a text message from Lauren.
Right.
And I didn't believe it.
Right.
You know, so I'm sure everybody went searching high and low for
It was amazing because I saw the one from TMZ, and then it was just snowballing after that. One right after the other, just coming through. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah. Especially the initial reports too, with possibly his 4 daughters were on there.
Yes.
Yeah. It was
beyond crazy.
Oh my God.
Beyond crazy.
There were so many reports coming. I'm like, all right, take a step back, wait till the official reports come out, and then they get a press conference, and they weren't releasing any names whatsoever, not even his.
Yeah.
So I'm like, come on. So, and I get why they did that.
Right.
It's probably good that they did that.
Well,
to notify everybody.
I think too that there were so many children involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They wanted to make sure that they had
absolutely
the right children, the right names.
Yep.
So kudos to them for getting it right.
Oh yeah, there was a report that Rick Fox was on the on that too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul. But one family lost 3 people.
Yeah.
So was it a mother and a father,
and a
daughter,
and there was a younger daughter that would still survive,
and
survive.
I think a brother too, right?
I'm not sure about. I'm not sure.
But there was 5 people in the
5
family. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for the younger
it was a mess.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I thought the media did a good job on Sunday, Nick. I know some people were, just shooting from the hip, but I thought for the most part, under the conditions, I thought it was.
Yeah, because it was a big story.
I thought it was, I thought it was okay. I mean, I guess TMZ probably has a somewhat of a suspect, reputation.
Well, it's like the National Enquirer.
It's a
TV.
tabloid, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? You never know what to expect, but I don't know. They got it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They got the accident right.
They got it right. They, I mean, the NTSB. Do I have those initials right?
TBS.
No, NT. The ones that
transport.
are going through all.
No idea.
Going through the wreckage.
Right.
All the bodies have been accounted for.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is great because
I'm surprised they found anything.
Well,
Yeah, he said that plane or the
There's
helicopter was
magnesium involved, and it really burned at a really high temperature. I'm surprised they found anything, but thank God they did. Yeah, TMZ did post it before Kobe's family was notified, which I think was wrong.
I mean, how do we know that? I mean, seriously. I mean, does somebody have confirmation of that?
right.
That they weren't informed?
Yeah, it's a good
I mean,
question.
this is where I guess TMZ gets a bad rap.
Right.
You know what I mean, for releasing it, but
Well,
you know,
it's just like ABC announcing that Paterno died hours before he did. They heard, they didn't verify it, and they blurted it out there on national television. So TMZ has a history of doing stuff like that without proper
all
notification.
right. So we all agree
So-
TMZ has a bad rap and a bad reputation,
Right.
and we all agree on that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on.
ABC was the one I think that said that it was all four of his daughters.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the gal from 6 ABC? She reported,
Right.
and then everybody got all over her.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but
Well, because they don't verify their facts.
Oh, 'cause they all
everybody
rushed
wants to be first.
Exactly right.
Everybody wants to be first.
Yep.
But one thing we do know, Kobe was a huge Eagles fan.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
We
was.
do know that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So we got to. The only picture that I could find of Kobe, old photo, number 8, but you know, he got to see a Super Bowl before he left us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Super Bowl 52. 52.
Yeah. And there
And
was.
he was pretty excited
Yeah,
about
I
that,
saw
right?
that video.
He
Yeah.
was pretty excited about
That's
that. So
awesome.
we're honoring him tonight with the Super Bowl 52 helmet.
Mm-hmm.
But I get to share a little bit of a story, and anybody that's been following me over the last few days knows, you know, where I'm going with this. But I went to high school with Jelly Bean, which was
Oh, yeah.
which was Kobe's dad.
Right.
So you don't follow me?
I try not to.
See what I got to put up with? So anyway, you won't be here next week, and the show will go on.
Oh, I know it will. It'll be better because I'm not going to be here.
Another vacation.
Oh yeah, having stuff probed up my nose and stuff ripped out is a vacation. Thank you.
Do we have verification of that?
No, we don't.
Would
We
you
don't.
like it?
We
I can
don't.
show you.
I hear stories. I just don't know.
All right, I'll show you. I'll show you when we're done. I'll show you.
So back in the 70s, 71 to 74, John Bartram High School, Southwest Philadelphia. Jelly Bean and I used to share gym class together, you know, and I mean, he was a pretty good basketball player back then. I mean, he was drafted in the first round, so he was pretty good. He was a pretty good basketball player, and everybody knew that. His
There's
dad
my
did play at LaSalle, yep. But there's always burn on Mario, absolutely. Whatever that means, Nick. Is that a modern day word for?
Busted my nuts.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
But so you know, I knew a little bit about Jelly Bean, and you know, I mean, eventually, you know, had Kobe and two daughters.
Right.
So the family grew up in, you know, in the Philadelphia / suburbs,
Right.
and that's where Kobe eventually, you know, ended up going to Lower Merion. You know, winning a state title.
Yep.
You know, we've all seen.
I'm almost positive Ernie knew his dad, just from being in the area, stuff like that. So, wish he was here to talk about it too.
Just yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know, so just, you know, just a cool little, you know, connection, you know, with the family. But there's been so many stories, different coaches. I think Phil Martelli had a great one about, you know, Kobe, you know, so young, just coming into the gym and, you know, just using the gym constantly to work out.
Yep.
You know, just unbelievable stories that have been told.
I think one of the stories they were saying Martelli used Kobe Bryant to go up against scrimmage against the recruits that they were bringing in to see if they were worthy or not. when he was even younger than high school,
Yeah.
than for college.
It goes.
So yeah, I mean,
I think Mark Jackson had a great story last night about Kobe and being the only 12-year-old that used to ice down his knees after practice.
Really?
I mean, I guess he knew he was going to be that good, and
Yeah.
he needed to protect his legs.
yeah.
They were the best parts of his body. To
Look,
and
Legler, he used to play basketball here, pick up games over there at St. Joe's as well, and he saw him out there going against professionals at the time.
yeah,
When he was in high school, he was a freshman in high school, and was one of the better players out there at that time. He supposedly went up against Stackhouse when they were practicing.
is that right?
Stackhouse, and he beat Stackhouse. There was only one guy, I forget, and he ended up being drafted number 2 in the league.
Right.
There's a big guy that actually beat him, Kobe, of all the recruits.
Is that right?
Yeah, I forget the guy's name offhand. It's skipping my mind, but he ended up being drafted second in the draft.
I forgot he went to the Charlotte Hornets first.
Well,
before he
that's
went to the
where he
Lakers.
was drafted.
Yeah.
He was drafted by
Yeah. He
Charlotte.
never played,
but, he told them there's no way I'm. And, they traded him to L.A.
Right.
Yeah, he was a big Lakers fan, diehard, and that's where he wanted to go.
But there were a few teams that passed on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There were a few teams. I mean, he wasn't the overall number 1 pick.
No, I
that's
think it
for
was
sure.
like 13th or something like that.
Yeah.
Somewhere down. Down.
But
But he was also a high school kid at the time.
Right. Right.
So I mean, that was one of the reasons why.
Yeah, but think about that. Right out of high school. It's amazing. And then did you see I think somebody showed me the video between him and I think it was Shaq.
Or him and Jordan.
Was it Jordan? It was
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. That's who it was. Yeah. That was
most-
amazing.
Oh yeah. They were the same.
Same mold.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like we were saying with the football, how with the Patriots. I mean, that's like players like that is what
They're
you
born.
respect them.
Yeah.
You may not always, like the Lakers per se, but
There was,
know.
from what I heard, there's a lot of people in the NBA that didn't like him because it's just like people who don't like Chase Utley because he's a competitive guy.
well, yeah, well, he
And-
wanted to rip your heart out
Right.
every time you're on the court.
Exactly right. And that's a good player.
But he's also like from you hear some of the stories, which is, again the media. Kind of with Harper, he was portrayed to be a bad guy, but Kobe was never really portrayed nicely,
Right.
I don't think. And then you hear these players,
Talk about
when they would
now.
get hurt, he would be the first one to come,
Yeah.
visit them at the hospital or whatever.
So I mean,
Just out of respect, it's there. There's the respect was there. It was just
I think it's safe to say how he was on the court was not how he was in
off
life.
the right.
So, and I think we saw that later after he retired,
Right.
doing a lot of stuff for the kids and
Mm-hmm.
this stuff like that. So,
That's how you got to be when you're on the court, though. You got to.
yeah, you got to
It's
be a
either you're
monster.
going to win or I'm going to win. So,
Exactly right.
You you may win tonight, but good job. But tomorrow I'm coming to
gonna
get you.
tomorrow.
So.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's I mean, Philly, basketball is strong.
Yeah.
It's a strong. I mean, there's a strong pattern of players that continue to, come out of the Philly program. Now, the hotbed is Villanova.
Right.
I mean, Jay Wright is.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all these kids that went to Villanova over these past since the 16 championship season.
Right.
You know what I
Oh, yeah.
mean? And, there's a half a dozen of them,
Mhm.
that not only are they playing, they're starting in the NBA.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And now, Jay's got another couple kids up there. One kid's a freshman,
Right.
Bay,
Wow.
I think his
Yeah.
last name is. And, I mean, it's just a hotbed for basketball. Always has been, going back, Wilt Chamberlain was from
Well, that's what I was
Philadelphia,
gonna say.
went to Germantown,
So I was going to say you got two of the top 5 players in basketball history grew up right in this area.
All right, so you bring up a great subject. Two of the best.
Yeah.
Give me your top 5. You got a top 5? Doesn't have to be from Philly.
No.
Just an overall top 5.
You got Wilton,
I
Magic.
I go 1 through 4, and then I struggle at 5.
5, yeah.
I struggle with the 5th one.
You got Wilton, Magic. Michael Jordan, and then LeBron, and Kobe are four. The four of them, and then like you said, there's
Abdul.
yeah, no, he's only the top scorer in basketball. So many NBA titles,
There's
scoring titles.
It's just I struggle at 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you got Jordan, you got LeBron.
You got Larry Bird that could put
You
in
know,
there.
I mean,
You got
there's
Rob-
just
or,
I mean, you can't. I mean, Chamberlain's got to be there.
Russell.
I mean, it's tough putting the top 5 together.
Right.
There's some great players, but I mean, Kobe's got to be in the mix, right?
He's
Absolutely.
yeah, he's
Kobe's got to be in the mix,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
He's got to be.
If not the top 5, top 10.
No, he's
No,
got
he's-
you
he's
think
got to
he's gonna
be
be in the
top
top
5.
five?
Got to
yeah,
be.
he's
top
he's one of
5.
the top 4.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And then in that 5th spot, there's
There's just a
Bunch of
lot
people that could be in
of lot of good players.
mhm.
But you struggle with that 5th one.
Yeah.
Because there's kind of a
Oh.
log jam for that spot.
Yeah.
Jordan, James,
Asian
Wilt,
guy.
Russell, and Kobe. That's Nick.
Who's the Asian guy?
The guy from China,
Yeah.
Yao Ming.
That's it. I was gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't it.
And yeah,
but now-
Too short a career.
Yeah.
Too many injuries. Didn't. No.
yeah. Russell's
No.
got a chance.
Yeah.
Russell, you got Russell.
I mean,
you got
it's
Larry Bird.
there's
mean-
there's a few. I mean, it
Magic
gets
Johnson, you
easier
could put
when you go top 10.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? But to close the gap at top 5,
Right. Oh, yeah.
that's a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
That's a struggle, especially once you get to to the 5th one,
Right.
because there's a lot of great names, a lot of good names, a lot of great players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Tim's going to take AI before Kobe.
I don't know if I'd go there.
Tim,
Mm.
how's the water? God bless you, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love your enthusiasm for AI, but he can't even hang on to his jewelry.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. What happened with that?
Huh?
What happened with that?
I don't know. Somebody made off with $500,000 in jewelry one day and brought it back the next day.
Oh, they brought it back the next day?
Yeah,
Did they really?
yeah, he turned himself in.
Jesus.
Well, did you hear on the sports talk this week? They were talking. Joey Crawford was talking about, obviously Bryant, and he was saying that he almost called a technical foul on AI, being AI being brought up for stepping over Tyronn Lue.
Oh,
He was
God.
almost going to call it technical on him.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
God.
Joe Stinger, you got a story about seeing Wilt play. Come on. Give it up if you got one.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear a great story about Wilt Chamberlain.
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Wilt, and Duncan.
That's a good see.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't fall in my top 5, but he's definitely in the
Yeah.
top 10.
Yeah.
Him and the Admiral.
Paul's
You
a big basketball guy.
Yeah.
He followed Kobe right out of
Yeah.
actually while he was in high school.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Duncan's a good one. David Robinson.
Right.
I mean, that Spurs, but you're getting more closer to, modern day,
Yeah,
than
right.
you are back, in the, the Larry Bird, Dr. J era.
see now
You
where
know?
did you put Dr. J?
It's a great conversation. It's a great conversation piece.
Again, he's one of those guys that are right there that
Yeah.
you could at least with his ABA experience
Yep.
as well.
Well,
Yeah.
he won a title with
Right.
with who was it then? The Nets,
the net, yeah,
New Jersey Nets.
Yeah.
and,
No.
and then with the
Top
Sixers.
10 for sure. Absolutely.
Oh,
Tim.
absolutely.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But, it's, I guess word has already come out that Kobe will definitely be, on the ballot for
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shaq was sharing, I guess, stories that, he's going to miss the Hall of Fame speech,
Mhm.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
He and Shaq, they were at odds for a while.
Yeah.
They went back and forth.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They for a while they think they had like a love-hate relationship.
I think there was a lot of hate there.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of hate.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of egos going there. Who's the
As
main
as
guy?
Nick Graff says, Shaq was burning on Kobe.
Throwing a little shade.
Is that what? Oh no, not you too. My God.
Throwing a little shade there.
Wow. Yeah.
But,
So he was taken as a lot of these players were. I mean, Tobias Harris. He went to some of Kobe's basketball camps.
Yeah.
Growing up, and
Well, yeah. I mean, well, even Embiid. He's the reason why Embiid's playing basketball.
yeah.
It's
Yep.
I think it was nice they let him wear 24.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I thought kudos to the Sixers last night. I think
Yeah.
they did a phenomenal job
Mhm.
from the beginning to the very end. I thought they did a superb job. They should be, give them kudos for, the 33 on the floor from Marion,
Yeah.
the autographed frame jersey on the floor that they displayed.
Yep.
The 9 spotlights
Yeah.
for all of the, all the people
Victims.
that perished in that accident. Just phenomenal.
I saw so many people walking around with Laura Murray jerseys on Monday.
Mm.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. I mean, just look at the shrine that they had over at the
Yeah.
high school. I
Yep.
mean, it's
Yeah, we're right here. We're right here in the neighborhood. Lower
Yeah.
Marion's a
Not
10
that
minute
far.
10-minute drive away.
right.
Yeah.
I can remember. When Kobe was. I mean, his merchandise sold everything.
Yeah.
Everything Kobe sold.
I'm telling you, we were talking about this earlier. I can still visualize his press conference in my head. Still remember it like it was yesterday. So
Yeah, it's it's sad. It's sad about his daughter as well.
yeah.
Right.
Gianna,
Yep.
Gigi, as they she had a court name, number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2. She wanted to play for UConn and Gino Archuleta up in Connecticut.
Right.
Did I butcher his name?
Yeah.
Did I
I
did
did,
butcher
but
it?
I'm going to butcher it myself saying it.
Yeah. She wanted to play. For
Those Italian names.
there you go.
Archietta. Or
I'm not,
Archietta.
I probably took an oath that I would no longer rip the Italians.
Really?
That's why I had it,
Since when?
Yeah, Ryan Hannigan gave me a ton of crap about that.
You
So
should,
that-
you should see the cigarette burn on his butt.
Does that mean?
Cigar.
Does that mean you can't bust my nuts anymore?
That's why I
didn't-
have to do
No,
it.
no. I still can, but
Oh.
it's not an Italian thing.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not. It's only Italian if
If you bring up used
Oh, gotcha. All right.
no
Now
vodka.
that look.
What doesn't he understand?
He doesn't understand.
I thought you were the mediator.
Ding ding. I was trying to translate it, but it didn't go through.
Because it's a Dago thing. That's why.
Well, see, you said it on him, so he didn't
Oh,
bring
so
it
it's
up.
okay. All right.
See, that's why he knows he doesn't have to say it.
I
You're going
got
to say it.
According to Belinda, Upper Darby High School did a tribute as well.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, but I mean, kudos to everybody. I mean, it's just, I mean, these kids, wear his sneakers, they wear
Yeah.
his jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's Lower Marion High School.
Yeah.
It's an incredible feat to come out of high school right into the NBA.
Right.
Yeah.
And to make your
and
mark.
have the success that he had.
It took him a year or
Yeah,
two.
2 or 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Before
Before he got his starting job.
before he got, totally on board with the NBA game. But I'll tell
Yeah,
you
but
what,
think about it. He didn't have to go through 4 years of college to do that.
nope.
Oh, no.
So
No, he was definitely driven.
When I need to meet this Tim guy.
Tim's awesome. Tim is
pretty-
awesome.
He's pretty subtle with his comments.
yeah, he's about as subtle as a brick.
That's pretty good.
Oh
pretty good.
God.
It's very good. They were playing Lower Marion High School was playing the boys basketball team.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's
All
wrong?
right.
Am I on the wrong side of the table? I thought I was mediating right.
What happened?
I don't know. Tim saying that I'm not mediating right.
No, he's saying that ring girl does not equal moderator
Oh.
or mediator. So
Yeah.
so you can only do one.
Oh, okay.
So Tim, when are you coming up? I know him and Maria are coming up for a little bit.
Who's Marie?
His wife,
Oh, okay,
Maria.
I'm sorry.
Maria.
You need to identify these people. Come on. Come on.
So yeah, I know I think they're coming up in May. So
Where are they from?
well, they're originally from here. Although I think Tim is originally from Kentucky.
That's not here.
Or somewhere.
Where do they live
That's-
now, Mario?
That's a whole nother story. So Maria lives in
We only have an hour.
St. Louis. St. Louis. We'll go with St. It's a long story. She lives in St. Louis. He lives
Somewhere in the
Alabama.
United States.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next
Yeah.
question.
Let's go to the next one. I'll have to tell you about all that.
All right. Surgery on March
March
30th. Okay, Tim.
All right.
The Tim Sheridan segment is officially closed.
It's Sheridan, by the way.
Oh, Sheridan.
He's not in protective custody, is he? Or witness protection?
We won't talk about that.
So let's
We can't say exactly which state he's in.
let's talk about some of the best memories of Kobe, whether they be high school, whether they be the NBA, retirement, family life. You're doing a lot after basketball already.
Oh, absolutely.
Doing a ton already. You know, he wrote a book. You know what I
Won an
mean? He
Oscar.
was, won an Oscar. For a
yeah, I
short,
heard that. What did he
a
win the
short,
Oscar for?
a short story.
Okay.
Hello Basketball, I think it was
Yeah.
called. Or,
Okay.
It's a
Something about
Really?
I only saw bits and pieces, but it's awesome. It's absolutely, talking to his socks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just phenomenal. But yeah, if you
God.
guys got any,
He wanted to be animation. He was getting into animation for
Really?
yeah,
for books for kids that
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
it was-
I mean, he
that's
really,
cool. Yeah.
he really was spearheading, into things with kids and just not playing basketball
Right.
or being the coach or he was definitely had his sights on some
Bigger
big
things,
big
yeah.
That's
things,
cool.
big things. But
Mhm.
the memories. I don't know. Do we go back to L.A. Philly series here
Rip your
with
hearts out.
Iverson and the comments about I'm going to rip your heart out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Philly fans let him have it.
Oh, and him getting booed
You
coming
know,
here?
I mean, they let him have
So,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
You
funny,
know.
though.
Right.
Right.
Right. Exactly. I'm sure he expected it.
That just fueled the fire.
Yeah.
Well, but also the part that I'm going to rip your heart out. That it's part of Philly being
Right.
your sports.
Right.
When you're there, you're playing to win.
Yeah. Joe's right. He was just getting started with his second chapter of his life.
Oh yeah. No, he's
So-
gonna be missed. He's gonna be missed more.
Oh, absolutely.
Because of what he could have potentially done.
Yeah.
With all that he wanted to do.
So now, I mean, is there somebody that can pick up for him? And
So can I
continue
call
what
a
he wanted to do?
timeout?
Yeah.
Where's our clock?
Oh, it's under here.
Oh,
It's being a prop for his
It's
keyboard.
right prop for my keyboard. You want me to?
he
I can do that
He
for
gets
you.
2 jobs,
I know.
and he fails on
Well,
one.
you got the one that was like there's a delay.
See what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God,
See what I'm saying?
Ryan, help me out here.
Is he on?
I don't know.
Is he on?
Gail's on, so she's gonna tell him.
But
Don't start. Don't start.
I'm starting.
Don't start because
that's not.
now you're gonna knock everything
I know.
Yeah,
down.
I know. How's that? Is that better?
It's perfect.
Can you see it now?
Well,
You
I
good?
mean, I thought that was going to be an every week thing. I didn't know I had to ask for it.
I didn't bring my other phone with me,
Oh.
so
The man's got 17 phones.
you're a little off there.
A little off.
A little off there.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, we were talking about the kids book. Nick. Oh, you're passing it
I'll
on.
pass it on. He needs it right about now.
Can't do that.
I'll be honest.
Got nuts.
Yeah, the nuts will mess them up.
It can't be any worse. But make them any more nuts.
That's true.
But
Where is the trophy tonight? It's in the display case.
yeah.
But Nick, great,
Talking about
great
that.
segue.
Yeah.
So let me just
Zoom
point
in
this-
on Carl right now.
let me just point this out. So they ordered the trophy, and somebody else ordered the plate. And what I have here is the plate that doesn't fit on the trophy.
No, but that's supposed to go on your forehead.
Oh, it's
Yes.
supposed to go on my forehead. Beautiful plate.
Oh, it is.
Somebody just couldn't measure.
So, you want the explanation for that?
So
Since
we're
he
gonna
can't-
move
since he
on.
can't say it, I'm gonna say it's in Italian.
Right.
You can't measure. You can't use the ruler.
So where's your guy Ryan to protect
Yeah.
you? Where's your boys?
When somebody tells me that's 4 inches and that's 4 inches, it should fit.
So it would have been beautiful if it was this way.
Well, we couldn't let you have everything,
But the
right?
trophy,
Yeah.
the trophy is here, and it's in its rightful place with its rightful owner.
Blah blah
So
blah blah.
it's
blah.
getting cleaned off to become passed over this way for the playoffs.
You got no shot.
I do. I'm kicking butt already.
You got no shit kicking butt. You're like percentage points.
But you can't win because I got the players and you don't.
I know all about it.
Oh
I know
God.
all
But
about it.
anyway, talking about that, did you hear the one story that was pretty funny and a little bit showing Kobe's personality as well and his daughter Gigi? How a lot of guys come up to Kobe and says, "Oh, you got to have another kid and have a boy, you know, to have the legacy
Great
girl
story.
on."
Great story.
And Gigi's like, "No, I got it.
I got this.
I got this. Don't worry about it." You know, and then that's Kobe right there.
Great story.
You know, it's like
Great story.
we need a boy for it. I'm got it.
You know, I mean, there's been pictures out there, and just the two of them, and
Yeah,
you know, the whole hashtag girl dad.
right.
You
Oh,
know, just a beautiful father daughter relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't get out the tissue box for that,
No,
you know, it's you're heartless. But
it's gonna be a tough battle up in heaven, 2-on-2 basketball game. Father daughter up there.
Yeah.
That's
you
for
know,
sure.
It's just, you know, to think, you know, they shared the same birthday.
Did they? I didn't
Did they
realize
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Sue made me aware of that.
Wow.
I think last night they both shared August 23rd. I want to
Really?
say they
Wow.
both shared the same birth date.
that. Wow.
And I mean, if she
Wow.
wasn't the spitting image,
Oh yeah.
you know, the picture where they're both chewing on their
Yeah.
shirt. I mean, just absolute priceless.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, just
The apple
I mean,
did not
just-
fall far
mean,
from the tree on that
no,
one.
it's just it's so sad, but yet it's just so funny to see all that stuff and you know how it's all coming together now.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know, and I go back to earlier comment that they were able to find the bodies of all 9,
Right.
Mm.
you know, so that they can all have their funerals and they can all be
And believe it or not,
Eulogized
that's
and-
huge
Oh,
for closure for
Mm.
people.
and wait, you're gonna appreciate this one. He was a Catholic.
Yeah, I know. And he spoke Italian.
And
very
he spoke
fluently.
Italian,
Fluently.
right?
They lived in Italy for a while.
Yeah.
French and a little bit of
Yeah,
German.
he spoke several
Yeah,
languages.
three.
Kudos
So-
to Jelly Bean because Jelly Bean was overseas
Right.
playing ball.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
had the family over there. But yeah, I mean, just a remarkable person.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yep.
they interviewed a woman, you know, and she was just in church with them Sunday morning.
Really.
Just in church with him Sunday morning. So apparently, you know, where he lived, he was very popular and
Yeah.
within the people.
Yep.
You know, he was not afraid to come out in, you know,
Yeah,
the public.
I did know that it was Catholic because I saw several of my priest friends post stuff about that.
very,
Sunday.
very cool.
So-
Just a super, you know, just a super situation, you know, for all of the life things that went on with him.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And to see it come.
This is kind of an odd question. How much of this would have came out if this didn't happen? All the stuff that he was doing.
Probably you wouldn't know half of it.
Right.
You would not know it because you know he kept a personal life.
Right.
You know what I mean? He wasn't a me kind of guy.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? He was worried about his family. He was worried about his kids. He was worried about his girls. You know, his daughter's basketball team, as you can see.
Yep. And
You
then
know-
they just had another a kid in June or
Mid,
July.
7 months- 7 months
midsummer. Yep.
Yeah.
Midsummer.
Mhm.
You know, it's just an ironic, you know, the way it's just all fallen into place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard, and I think that's what a lot of people are having difficulty grasping.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you know of the dude could have run for president.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yep.
I mean, it's just been, I mean, I haven't seen, and you talk about a lot of, you know, and there's been pictures of this passed around as well of all the athletes that we've lost.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
whether they were in the sky or just athletes that have passed away for other reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, the biggest one, you know, is it Clemente, you know, with the you know,
And that was another
the
picture.
airplane that was overloaded
Yeah.
and too much weight and crashed. I mean, it's just, you know, we didn't have the coverage back in the 70s when
Right.
that happened,
Mm.
Right.
you know, as you do today.
Now
you know?
everything's just too readily
Well,
accessible.
that's part of the whole TMZ thing with
Yep.
social media,
Mhm.
and everybody has one of these. You know
Or
what
two.
I mean? Or two. I just have one. I lose that all the time.
Jersey.
But,
Or somebody loses it for you.
I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there. I just said I'd lose it.
Going to Jersey.
Um,
Road trip.
but it's crazy,
Oh, yeah.
you know. And I just I don't know what is there. I don't think there's. You can't turn to a page and find out. You know how long will this last?
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, you know, there's always going to be Kobe stories. There's
Right.
always going to be
Right.
something that's going to take you back to, you know,
Yep.
Kobe scored 81 in that game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And set the record. And
Well,
You
just
know.
look like Tyler and I when you throw something into a trash can. Kobe, for 3.
there you go.
You know, it's just something
There you
stupid
go.
like that. You know, it's
I
like
mean, it's just
you know,
They were saying MB was doing that
was it?
last night. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just
well, the one shot was he was mimicking
Right.
a Kobe,
Yep.
move.
you know, jump shot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
The
know,
fadeaway, as they call it. Yeah.
Ben couldn't do it, so Joel did.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
You know,
God.
speaking of Ben, has he taken a 3-pointer since Coach asked him to take
No.
one per game? I still
No, because he's an all-star,
okay.
but he's not this year. But I mean, he's an all-star.
All right,
He doesn't have to. Cause he's
we're not going there tonight.
No,
We're not gonna
no negativity.
we're gonna stake Kobe-ish, and
I mean, how about all the turnout that he had at, you know, obviously the people were there for the game, but at his Mamba facility,
Oh.
you
Yeah.
know, just, you know, all the people there, you know, and
You
plus at the LA Forum, you know,
the
7,000 of them.
Staples
The
Center,
Staples,
right?
yeah.
The Staples Center the day of.
Yep.
The Lakers Clippers game was canceled Tuesday night.
Mhm.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too much.
You know, that game was canceled because, you know, the Lakers just they were not ready.
Yeah. I
They
hear
were
that.
not ready.
You
You know,
could see
at
LeBron being
his in his
crushed
community, yeah.
when he got off the air,
You
on
know,
the runway there.
His
Yeah.
community, you know, gated community is just, you know, full of balloons
Yeah.
and basketballs and flowers and you name it, you know, in honor of, you know, the family and you know, over here at Lower Merion, you know,
Mhm.
they got a guard now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
you know, but it's just, you know, I don't remember another. Maybe you guys can help me out. I mean, do you know another athlete that has passed on? You know, whether it be an accident or just, you know, no such thing as just passing away. I mean, there's got to
Right.
be a reason, but I mean, I don't remember another athlete. You know, I mean, Roy Halladay perished, you know,
Yeah.
in his aircraft. You know,
Mhm.
but I mean, that was only.
The magnitude wasn't there.
No,
As
it
far as
wasn't. You know, it wasn't what this is.
Well, was it not like that here, but where he was from? That's I mean that's
I
what we don't
think,
know.
I don't think so.
No, because Roy was also Philadelphia too. So
Right.
I mean,
I mean, it was
Not as
Toronto.
much, but-
you know,
Right.
you know, it was Toronto. It was
Down in
you know,
Florida.
down in Florida in the Tampa area, you know, and Philadelphia. But I don't remember. I mean, you know, he was eulogized here plenty,
right.
absolutely,
oh yeah,
and rightfully so.
Right.
But I just, you know, has there been another player, Clemente,
well, Clemente would be.
Munson, Thurman Munson? You know, because he was a Yankee. He died
Yeah, I
young.
mean, those are guys, but like you're saying, the magnitude because of TMZ and everything now,
Yep.
it's not
Wow.
going to match up.
Paul's saying that
But-
the Lakers just started practice today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first
Wow.
first time
yeah, they
So-
weren't even on the court. They were out. Looked like
they were outside.
Really?
at first because you know it was LeBron, and you know he's so big. I thought it was actually it was on the foot. Watching the football, I thought it was the football guys, like because they were doing training outside on grass. So I'm like, almost, you know, they were just doing like wind sprints and that
Wow.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Belinda brings up a
Yeah.
great point about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, how about the Tiger Woods walking
Yeah.
off the
Yeah.
green, and his caddy is
Oh.
trying to explain it to him, and he said, "Well, that answers why everybody was, you know, do it for
Mamba.
the Mamba."
Yeah.
You know,
But
chance.
there's reports of there was a soccer player that was paying tribute to him.
Yeah. Well, he worked out with them. He worked out with them doing the 2-4.
Yes, yeah, and Rafael Nadal did something too. There was a couple.
And one of the tennis players wore a Kobe jersey onto the court.
That was
for
Nadal.
practice.
I think it
was
Nadal.
it Nadal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew he did something. I didn't know exactly what it was.
Jude, you're probably right. No one bigger than Kobe.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
In more ways than one.
From a standpoint of
Yeah.
a global thing, an international thing.
Yep.
I mean, he's well known.
Yep.
He's well known, and
apparently they paid tribute to him in Congress yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep. They prayed. They
Yeah.
prayed before, which they do, but his name did come up.
right.
Which again, I mean, it's Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Kobe.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's bigger than Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But yet, I mean, this is home.
Right.
This
Yeah.
was home. This was home for him for many, many years.
I definitely think it's going to hit people harder here because there's a lot of people here that had roots with him from when he grew up that I'm sure still remember going to school with him, growing up with him, stuff like that. But there's also people in LA and pretty much all over the place that.
Well, see, they saw the 20-year basketball Kobe.
Right.
You know what I
Right there.
mean? That was the 20-year basketball Kobe.
Right.
We got the 20 years of Kobe growing up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Going to the gym with his dad, going to practice constantly.
Right.
How about the comment from his high school coach? Who was it? Downer, Greg
Yeah.
Downer. I had my heart torn out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had Kobe's 33 warm-up jersey, shirt, jacket on.
Right.
At the press conference. I mean, it's just tearing everybody apart.
Wow.
I mean, it's just a big, big part of, and there's been people posting different things
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Ovechkin was wearing 24. Oh, he's wearing 24 tonight.
Who is?
Ovechkin.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you got people in all facets of sports paying tribute to him.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool because Embiid had to get Bobby Jones's approval to wear 20.
Really?
Well, because retired.
The
Right.
numbers
For-
retired
for
by the Sixers.
So,
Gotcha.
Great. I mean, just the
and this was brought up from a guy that I know, but they should do it for the NBA playoff or All-Star game. Have the West wear 24 and the East wear 8 for all the guys.
Yeah.
Just type of thing, just for
Yeah.
what he meant to the basketball.
well, there's a petition going around. They want to change the logo.
Right. It's
Really?
over 2 million.
The NBA
Signers.
logo, which is Jerry West,
Right.
another Laker player.
Mhm.
Right.
That's the logo, the symbol of Jerry West
Right.
with the shot, and they want to have it changed to Kobe.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
That's very
cool.
And-
Very, very cool. Did you say it's up over,
over
2 million?
2 million.
Wow.
Wow.
Just,
Yeah.
I mean, just
Think about when you're 18 years old and you're in high school, thinking about going forward and having this type of impact on pretty much everybody you come in contact with. And some people, a lot of people that you've never come in contact with.
Hmm.
So
apparently
it says a lot about a person.
Yeah, and you're hearing stories now. I know Brett Brown had a story where Kobe came in, they came into town to play the Sixers, and he arranged a meeting with Brett Brown to just, as he says, just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just, apparently, he knew him a little bit from Team USA.
Right.
Playing on a couple of USA basketball teams. Winning gold,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
2-time gold medalist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talk about global. You know what I mean? We talk about all that.
NBA said no.
Is that right?
Yeah.
NBA said no today. How about that?
Wow.
But Sean brings up the video, right? When Kobe's holding his little baby,
Mhm.
Yeah.
dancing the day of the Super Bowl when
Yeah.
the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
What a beautiful
Yeah.
memory, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Big Eagles fan.
Yeah.
A lot of interviews with Eagles players. I know John Dornbos was on the
Yeah.
Ellen Show, and Kobe was also on the Ellen
Wow.
Show. So he got to meet John Dornbus and wear a Super Bowl ring all in the same day. So that was a cool.
Wow.
I saw that on John Dornbus social media page. I believe it was Twitter or Instagram.
Okay.
But just a cool. I don't know. Does it make the world a better place? You know, does
For
it?
a while.
Does it? That you know? Can we play on this tragedy to make the world a better place? Can we?
So here's my thought on that. It's very temporary because
we just go right back.
yeah, you just
Go right-
fall right back in. Just somebody said this about New Year's. I was like, new year, new me. No, new year, same you. I mean, you might change for a while.
It's a shame because
It is.
You
It really is.
You could bottle this up. You could take all of this energy and just be nice to one another. Just be kind. Just go out of your way. You know what I mean? It's not going to cost you anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? To just take some of what Kobe has to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And apparently he's got a lot of good quotes out there. He's got a lot of good things that people can read into to make the world a better place.
Oh yeah.
And I think it'll be that way for a while. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's going to be some people where this is going to affect them to the point where it's going to change them forever. Right. But I think for the majority of the people, it'll change them for a couple days, maybe a week, maybe a month, and they're eventually going to slip back to the way they were. It's just human nature, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, you're right. It's just, and I've heard LeBron say it, that, he needs to keep the Kobe,
legacy.
Legacy alive.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So, and that was my thing about somebody else picking up for him where he left off. It should be somebody from the basketball community to do something like that. But you want to talk about things changing people? 9/11 didn't change anybody. It did for a while, and everybody just went back to being the way they were. It might have taken a little bit longer, and I think this is going to have the same effect. It's going to change people, but
I mean, it's
unfortunately, you're going to go back to being who you were before.
It's sad, it's just, we've got the opportunity for our young people,
Right.
Who relate to Kobe.
Yep.
Who recognize Kobe. They wear his sneakers, they wear his jerseys, they emulate him. They want to be just like Kobe.
20 and 30 year old.
Here's your opportunity.
Right.
It's a golden opportunity to make the world a better place. And I'm not on a soapbox or anything, but I just think with Kobe being as big as he is,
Right.
and for us to find that out, through his death,
Right.
Here's an opportunity, to grab it.
So
And make something out of it.
one of my teachers in high school said something about that. You're more popular after your death than you are when you're alive. And this is a perfect example of that. Because a lot of people didn't know what he was doing until this happened. And now there's all the reports about what he was doing because it wasn't highly publicized because he didn't want it to be.
Right.
And that says
And-
that says more about him than anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anybody could go do something and then brag about it.
Right.
Who
Right.
cares?
Right.
Who
Mhm.
cares?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He was doing it because he wanted to do it because it was the right thing to do, and it was his passion
Well,
in
this
life to do
was-
something like
This
that.
was his after basketball life.
Right.
Mhm.
This is the direction that he wanted to
Yep.
go, and he was hoping to mentor young people.
Yeah.
You know what I
Give
mean?
back.
Just not just his family.
Yep.
But everybody that was Kobe-esque.
Yeah. Well, there's.
And apparently
Facility.
that's a pretty big family.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just, the opportunity is there. We're all gonna, we all mourn in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I just, basketball is just such a big part of everyone's lives.
Oh, yeah.
This has affected a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I haven't been right since Sunday because, it's part of what we talk about.
It's back here.
You know what I mean? It's part of what, what we do. It's part of Philly sports.
Right.
It's part of what we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
It's what we enjoy. Philly sports.
Yeah.
Bigger dynamics.
Yep.
We've got a ton of athletes that we can look up to and say, I want to be like that guy. I want to be like that guy. But here's the opportunity. Here's a great opportunity.
No, true.
Yeah,
it's going to be up to everybody individually to, if they want to change, they're going to have to change.
I hear his wife's having a tough time dealing with it. I guess so.
Yeah.
She lost her best friend
Oh, my
and
God.
her daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
understand you got 3 more children, but
Right.
how do you think she feels?
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine.
The
That-
poor guy who lost his wife, who was the coach
Right.
on the basketball team,
Mhm.
and there he is doing the interview. God bless him. I've
Yeah.
never been able to do it.
Mm.
And he's still got 3 little ones to raise.
Yeah.
Right.
He's lost his wife.
Well, you have
The baseball coach.
Yep.
The baseball coach, they eulogized him last night at the game.
Yeah. And you got the 2 kids that are now orphans.
Mhm.
That,
It's going to affect a lot of people. Those are just a few families.
Right.
It gets bigger than that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's bigger than
Snowballs.
it's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than life.
Yep.
I would just love to see everybody kind of, just be kind to one another.
Some people just do not have that in them.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you're right. You're right. It is, but you don't need to be a hypocrite.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't. It doesn't. Nowhere. You can't read that anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
That's all from within, and
Yep.
But we killed the hour.
Yeah.
It's been great
Yeah, we
talking
gotta
about
start wrapping
Kobe,
up.
talking about Kobe and everything. That we could go another hour.
We could.
We could go another hour, and hopefully next week, we'll be back here, right?
Yes,
We're
we'll.
back here.
We'll be back here.
You're not here next week.
I'll be in Florida.
Man's on another vacation.
Mhm.
God bless you. God
Gotta
bless
get,
you.
gotta get
That's
his agent next time.
you have an agent?
No, I
don't have an
I
agent.
have to get his agent, and he's always on vacation.
I have no agent.
He's got a great job. That's what he's got. He's got a great job.
I wouldn't say that.
I would. But we'll be back here next week. John and I don't know. Can we find somebody else to sit in with us? We got to find somebody.
Might be able to.
I'll
We
call
gotta-
in.
We got to find
You
somebody.
can call in.
No, we want a live body.
Okay.
We want a live body. But you can still call in.
No, it's okay.
You can still call
No,
in.
it's okay.
You'll
See-
be probably sitting poolside or something, drinking a fancy drink or
As
something.
long as we have the signs up, he won't see us actually push the button that says cancel it.
Or mute.
we lost your connection. Sorry, Mario.
But don't forget, 2 weeks, PJ Willihan's Newtown Square.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a big night with Bernie Perrant, and all of you that are coming out.
I hope Sean's going to be there.
Sean was here yesterday.
Was
Sean
he?
just had surgery.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm
Just
saying.
had surgery, and
Yeah.
boy, the old boy's limping around.
Really?
He's limping. He just had a hip.
I know. Hip replacement. I know.
But
I know. So.
yeah. So 2 weeks.
Georgia
Yeah, I got Drew Rosenhaus.
Nice.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
for you.
He's getting all my money, though.
You're getting
Yeah.
paid too.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's getting all my money.
I can't thank you guys enough for for tuning in and
Yep.
and following us and putting up with us every week for an hour. We have fun, right?
Oh, my
So
God, yeah.
we have fun.
How can you,
You know,
not?
Kobe, Joe, and Pam, your parents, just hang in there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a while, but
Couldn't go a show without that.
yeah, right.
Thanks,
Right?
Jack.
But I want to thank everybody.
Yeah.
Thank these guys
Yeah.
for giving up the time to put all this together,
Come on.
and we have fun with it. We're gonna have more fun next week and the week after and the week after that, and
Oh yeah.
so
Keep
on
going.
and so forth. So take it away, Mario.
All right, we'll do this again. There we go. It worked the first time. So thanks again, guys.
Kanye West, Power, right?
Yes, Kanye West Power. There we go.
21st century man. That's what next.
Oh, God. All right.
Have a great night,
Yeah.
guys.
See you next week.
Thank you.